Today, no, God won't rescue you from your addiction, but spiritual resilience can rebuild you. Welcome to Sacred Grit, a podcast equipping fathers to conquer addiction and overcome inner struggles through physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines so you can become the father your kids love and respect. I'm Jason Lyle. Now let's get to work. Today you'll learn faith alone won't save you. Action and integrity will. Real healing starts when you stop hiding and start moving. And spiritual resilience is built one hard decision at a time. Today's episode is brought to you by Edward Jones, McDonough, and David Dodd. Hey man, welcome back to Sacred Grit Podcast. Good to have you back with me again. So right after my 2017 affair I've told you about a couple times on the air, when I had to leave the church, it really felt like all hope was gone. I mean, it felt like my life was over, and I really just wanted to disappear. I remember, I literally wanted to move to the woods, stop shaving my beard, grow my hair out, and build a canoe. I don't know why that is, man. It just feels funny even saying that, but that's exactly where my mind went. I had this vision of myself with this long hair, long beard, and just working away every day, just building a canoe. I mean, it's so funny to hear myself say that. I mean, so much so that when my daughter asked me what I wanted for Christmas that year, I told her I wanted a book on how to build a canoe. And that book is actually sitting on my bookshelf right now. I still have it as a reminder. And I went and got tattoos, both forearms. On one forearm is an owl, and on the other forearm is a deer and a rainbow trout. And then on the inside of a forearm is a phoenix. And then on each side of it is, I love you, Dad, and I love you, Daddy. It's my kid's handwriting. And I was grasping at anything I could get some hope around, right? Even if it was just hiding in a beard and tattoos or in the idea of an escape. I mean, I think back about that, I wanted to grow my beard out and my hair out. I wanted to get tattoos and then build a canoe. It's like I was trying to cover up who I had been, change what I looked like, and then, escape down a river somewhere. But the truth was, I didn't need a canoe. I just needed hope that I could ever become something other than the adulterous, wrecked version of myself that I was. And I couldn't see that light. I mean, as much as I struggled to try to find some hope, I just couldn't. So I moved to a farm. I worked with cows and horses. I hid from the world and just tried to scratch out a living. But here's what I found. Your demons don't lose your address just because you change locations. Your purpose, your freedom is in the icy grip of those demons, man. And if you want it, if you want your purpose and your freedom, you got to wrestle it out of their hands. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you're listening to this, I bet you know what that kind of hopelessness feels like, or at least you brushed up against it. I mean, you probably made choices that left consequences stacked high on your chest, like a big pile of shit on your head, right? You can feel the weight. Before you got caught, it probably even felt good, like you're getting away with something. I mean, I know that feeling well, like, it's like, man, it's life, it's exciting, and all this mystery and adventure. I thought I was living the dream, younger women, porn star energy stuff, right? Like it felt like I was just getting after life. But inside, deep down, I was just a hollow man. I was just living a life of no integrity and no honor. And so when I would look at myself in the mirror and say, good morning, you piece of shit, I meant it, because that's about what I felt like at the end of the day. And when it all came crashing down, I felt buried under the wreckage. And I bet you felt that too. It's kind of that what now moment when everything is exposed and you can't unsee it. That moment when hope feels like a fantasy, like it's like there's no such thing as hope. Now, I was raised Southern Baptist, and I was told you just have to have faith in God. And what that really meant was obey the church, do what they say, and trust that God will magically fix everything, right? So it was this idea of, well, if you pray the right prayer, do the right thing, act just right, whatever that may be, that God is going to do your bidding. But when God didn't do your bidding, the answer was, well, his ways are higher than our ways, and, you don't understand God's plan and all that other stuff. But I've come to find out, man, that is just not how getting saved out of your shit works. Because Jesus called God a paraclete, or a helper, the one who comes alongside and helps you, not the one who does the work for you, but the one who helps you. It's not about, Harry Potter zapping you into better behavior. It's about helping you become the better version of yourself. The way I remember the word paraclete, it's a Greek word, but I remember it this way: a pair of cleats, like on the soccer field, right? It comes along beside and helps give you grip. You can pivot, you can stop. It gives you grip when the ground's slippery, but you have still got to move. And the movement starts with repentance. Now, repentance is not just feeling sorry, right? And crying these big crocodile tears over altar calls. Real repentance means that you change direction. It's the shame and guilt used as the fuel to stop doing the shit you've been doing and start doing the stuff that you know you should have been doing all along. That's what repentance is, right? God doesn't live in our excuses. God lives in our decisions. So we can sit around all day long and just have this pity party about the woe is me and if they would only and all that other bullshit. And then we might even go to church and go down an aisle. That's great if you do, man. I think it's a beautiful thing to have this spiritual moment. But the truth is, as much as people say, I just left it at the altar, that's bullshit. You pick it back up with you and it goes with you. It just chases you. So you have got to do something about your own life. And God is standing right there waiting for you to do that something so that God can help you. I tell the guys I coach all the time, getting and staying sober is a decision. It might be a hard decision, and it might not feel like a decision. It might even feel impossible, but it is a decision of every moment of every day. And that goes for almost everything in life, getting up and going to work, or, choosing to get out of the bed even when you don't feel like it, or choosing to see reality even when it feels like you can't. So ask yourself this question: are you at the end of where you are right now, right? Whether it's a porn addiction, alcoholism, drug addiction, or, it might be something else, right? It might be you're just struggling with motivation, or you could be food. It could be a million things, but you have to ask yourself, are you at the end of it? Because step one of the 12 steps, if you've never been to a meeting before, is we admitted we were powerless and our lives had become unmanageable. And my friend, that is where change begins, but it can't end there. You can't just sit in the shame. You've got to move, because hope lives in your next decision. Every single time you tell the truth, every single time you decide to not lie, every single time you take ownership of your life, you build a muscle, a spiritual muscle, the muscle of integrity. You become the man your kids can look up to. You become the man people can look up to. You become the man your employees or your peers look up to. Not the sniveling little version of yourself curled in the corner because of the awful decisions you made, but the man who stands up and says, no more, man, I'm not going to stay this guy. I'm not going to continue to be this guy. So here's your work. Get that journal back out, right? And here's what I want you to do. List out the places where you've been a shithead. Just list them out. I don't care what it is. Whatever. I'm not going to put anything in. What the most heinous things that you have ever done? Just make a bullet list. List them out one by one. And then I want you to own it. And you write it out like bullet points. But when I say I want you to own it, I want you to read it and take it like a man. And if you're really ready, look in a mirror and read that sumbitch to yourself out loud while you look yourself in the eye. Woo, son. Now we're talking about healing, right? Because you take that list of all the things you've done and you set it on your bathroom counter and you look up in the mirror, and as you read those things one by one, you stare yourself in the eye. You, my friend, are becoming a man. And then you make a decision. One small move. Because God is waiting in that moment, not before it. God is waiting for you in that decision. Now, I love doing this last part because I just want to dream for a minute that if we built a culture where all men started doing this, if all men stopped pretending God was going to fix their shit while they sat in a corner and cried about it, if we just got honest and made decisions and moved toward truth, toward grit, toward integrity, toward love, What kind of men would we become? What would the world look like? What kind of daddies and fathers would rise out of this? Because hope isn't soft, man. Hope is gritty, and it lives in your next decision. God doesn't rescue men from addiction. He meets them in the decision to get up and fight. So, what you learned today, my friend, is faith alone won't save you. Action and integrity will. Real healing starts when you stop hiding and start moving. And spiritual resilience is built one hard decision at a time. Well, man, once again, I appreciate you listening. I hope you're getting things out of this. I hope you'll share with friends and family. It's my passion to share all these things with you. Down in the show notes, if you'll scroll down, you'll see a link to my Calendly. If you'd like to have a consultation call, I coach guys and would love to coach you as well if you need it, man. And also, you'll see the link to the website. There's retreats coming up and all manner of things you can be a part of. All right. Well, this here episode is also brought to you by Oak Haven Diagnostics. My friend Jody Morgan and his wife Jenny, they run Oak Haven Diagnostics down in Barnesville, Georgia. And here's the thing about Oak Haven Diagnostics. They offer pregnancy testing for cattle. And you can get on their website, oakhavendiagnostics.com, and you can actually order your kit. And you can send that in to them, and then through blood work, they send you back the results. And here's the thing, man, they are just top-notch people. So if you just check them out at oakhavendiagnostics.com, it would help them out, and it would certainly help me out. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. See you on Gritty Wednesday.